Coming right up, another fun varsity sports show.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Hey, this is Sophie, and you're listening to my dad, Vince. Dad, you owe me $20 now.
Hi, kids. This is DJ Soulman from the Funk Junkies, and you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show with my man, Vince Delicio. And what's your last name?
It's Delicio.
Okay, that's right. That's what I thought. Yeah, right.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe, Phoenix, and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale, Phoenix.
This program is paid for by the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit educational organization, and its partners.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show, home of Arizona's youth, high school, college sports, and you, empowering education and enabling dreams, right here on KDUS AM 1060 in Arizona. And now, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona, 100.7 HD, Channel 2. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. I don't have HD radio. But for those of you that do and want to hear us with extreme clarity, then by all means, have at it. But anyway, my name is Vince Delicio, and I am a little bit, what's that term, melancholy? I'm a little sad. I'm at that point in the year, you know, we did a lot of work this season. And first of all, I'm happy because I get to spend time with all of you, our listeners, on a Saturday morning. But I'm a little sad because it's the end of an era this fall with another amazing group. What I want to do today, we're going to do a couple of things today. First of all, we have some incredible content. We've got some incredible live guests today, and we'll talk a little bit about them. But today it's just me in the studio, and we like to move at a very fast pace, a very frenetic pace throughout the show. Today we're going to dial it down a little bit. We're going to slow it down a little bit, and we're going to get caught up, and we're going to do a bit of a look back, but we're also going to take a look forward. This is that show that we do every single semester at the very end where we reflect, and we have our incredible team weigh in on how they spent their semester and what they did and where they're going. We like to humanize our staff. We're not just, you know, producing content. We're actual people, and that's one thing that's a little different about us. And I don't like to go around and talk about the other shows and the other guys, because they're all good people. You know, our quote-unquote competitors on other stations, they're all good people. They're all friends of mine at the end of the day. We all are out there trying to achieve similar things. We're trying to spotlight all that's going on in the community. It's funny because the other night I had tuned in to very briefly, tuned into a little bit of the debates going on. I think the Republican Party has a debate going on, and and so there are candidates, people that want to represent our nation in the nation's highest office at the next election, and so they are debating, and they're attacking each other and spending the whole hour just attacking each other. I don't want to do that. That's not what we're about. I don't want to break anybody down, tear anybody down. But I do want to talk about the great things that we're doing. We don't have to tear anybody down. We know all the amazing things that we're doing. We've worked extremely hard to get to where we are. But at the same time, we have to stop and take a look in the rearview mirror to make sure that we're still doing what we need to do so that we can keep everything in the rearview mirror, so to speak. So we are, first of all, we are an internship provider. We're a 501c3 educational organization. And what that means is that, number one, we're very transparent on everything that we do. We got no secrets. I don't have any secrets. If you have a secret, don't tell it to me because everybody's going to know. That's just the type of organization that we are. We're very transparent. Secondly, we're an internship provider, a credit earning, graduation requirement internship provider. Yes, I am. I'm an instructor, and our internship is a class for many different schools out there. Among them, you guys have heard us talk about, and when I say guys, I mean guys and girls. So don't call in and complain saying that I'm biased toward males. No, guys is a term of endearment that I use. But we are an educational provider to many different schools. Among them, you hear me talking about the Cronkite School of Mass Communications at Arizona State University. It's one of the top journalism programs in the country, and we have a partnership and affiliation with the Cronkite School. What does that mean? Does that mean that they pay me? No, they don't. What that means is we provide a platform to our students that earn graduation credit, course credit for completing an internship, for a real life internship in our program. What do? Well, they report. They are correspondents. They produce and edit packages, video, audio packages. They do interviews. They call games. They direct. They, as I said, produce. They do everything. They rotate responsibilities so that when they leave us, their skill sets are better than when they got here. What skill sets are those? Everything that I named. So that when they're applying for those jobs and they're sitting in that big room and there's 100 people in that room interviewing for one job, they lift their hand up and they keep their hand up when those interviewers are asking, well, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? That's the whole idea. Guys, our job placement rate is 100%. People that work with us, they graduate from college. When they're done with us, they go on and they get jobs in media if they want to. So what we're going to do today, first of all, we're going to run through and pay tribute to our interns. That's the number one thing we're doing today. And each of them produced a little package to say what their experience was like, yada, yada, yada. If they want to thank me, they can thank me, but they should thank themselves for completing this. It was rigorous. It was a grind. And what they're going to do is they're humanized. They want to tell our audience, because our audience was so responsive and so loving to them, they want to say, look, this is what I got out of this. Thank you to you, the audience. This is what I'm going on to do. So we're going to pay tribute to them, and then we got a bunch of guests today, or a few guests that we'll talk to throughout the show. Saguaro Sabercat basketball coach Lucas Ramirez, Mountain View basketball coach Andy Johnson. We've got Landon Reeves, the kicker from Ottawa University, Arizona, who just won a very prestigious award in NAIA football, and he's here in Arizona. So we're going to pay tribute and recognize him. And we're also going to have the panel. The panel, I'm on the media voting panel for NAIA football rankings. I still wonder why I'm on it because these guys that I'm with are the smartest guys in the room, and I'm just kind of there. So Joey McWilliams from Midwest Sportsnet. We got James Lex from Champion Sports Network out of Dallas. Joey McWilliams is out of Texas. And then we have Corey Thorpe, NAIAF ball, out of Florida. And these guys are my buddies. They're voting media members. I'm part of this very prestigious group, and we're going to talk NAIA football postseason and some predictions, and then they'll be back next week to give a championship preview as well. And we're just a couple of guys that like to laugh and have fun, and that's what this show is all about. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn it over to our first bit of tribute. We're going to start with J.R. Lambright from Texas Tales. Go ahead, Aaron.
Hello, folks. J.R. Lambright, special field correspondent for the Varsity Sports Show here, bidding farewell from Kilgore, Texas. From my roots as a local newspaper reporter, I've wielded my pen, lens, and microphone trying to craft stories that resonate. A symphony of perspectives. At the Varsity Sports Show, I was able to forward my mission to chronicle the travails of the everyday hero like never before. Gratitude abounds for Charlie Walker, Dwayne Shaw, Victor Boyd, Christian Gleason Bryan, Andy Taylor, Catherine K.K. Thomas, Scotty Agnew, Melissa McGinnis, and Jerry the General Grafton, who all shared their triumphs and trials. Thanks to Cody and Yordy at Aaron's Furniture in Longview for help with equipment, and to Vince D'Alicio for fueling the gritty edification. As I embark on another year at the Cronkite School, JR's Texas Tales continues unfolding. Seeking a lasting home for these stories, I'm eager to find where their resonance will endure. Feel free to connect with me on Twitter at JoelRLNews for updates, and check my portfolio at authory.com/Joel Lambright. That's AUTHORY.com/JOELLAMBRIGHT. To all who've joined this journey, thank you. It's not goodbye though, because we'll see each other around.
So J.R. Lambright, you guys wondered every week, why do you play Texas Tales at the end of every show? Well, J.R. Lambright was a virtual student from Kilgore, Texas, a Cronkite student, a little bit older, and went back to school, wanted to be a journalist, and heard about us, heard that we do a radio show, and said, I don't know a lot, I don't follow sports, but I want to do something. So we put our heads together, and we came up with Texas Tales, and it was more of a Paul Harvey type. Those of you that have been around a long time know Paul Harvey was a storyteller, always tells stories of perseverance coming full circle, and that's what he did every week, and he's going to go far. He's a storyteller. He's, in my opinion, I told him, I said, JR, you're a poet. You've got a talent. You need to pursue it, and he is, and he will, and he's going to be successful in life because he's doing what he loves, and I'm grateful that we were able to provide a platform to JR. And on the other side of the coin now, we're going to go to another guy named Tanner Tortorella, who's here from the East Valley, but he's a New Yorker. He's a sports guy. He was a very good color analyst for us, did a lot of work for us, and he's still out there, pounding the sidewalk and doing a lot of reporting. So, Aaron, take it away.
What's going on, guys? It's Tanner Tortorella from Varsity Sports here, and this is going to be a little bit of a sad one. It's a farewell for Varsity Sports for me, as this is the end of my fall internship. Just to give a little background on myself, I was born in Gilbert, Arizona, and sports has always been a part of my life. I played every sport during every season just because I love competing. And then once I reached high school and realized I didn't really have an athletic bone in my body, I knew it was time to adjust into a different field. And I always thought sports journalism was the right call because I just love writing and telling stories. And that's what Varsity Sports allowed me to do. I joined Varsity Sports in August, not knowing anything about the technical side of broadcasting or what it means to be in front of a camera. However, during my time here, I learned so much from so many different and talented people that helped me along the way to educate me, to help me towards my future career. I also want to thank the high schools for giving me an opportunity to call their athletics, like Saguaro High School, Mountain View, Coronel del Sol, and so many others allowed me the chance to grow as a journalist and as a broadcaster. But I also have to thank the technical directors and Vince himself for giving me the chance and keeping with me even though I mess up a few times, but letting me learn and letting me adjust, as that's the only way you can grow in this business. I plan on graduating in May, and I don't know what the future holds for me, but I do know that this internship has propelled me into a more confident state of mind heading into that unknown journey that is sports media. So, for one final time, This is Tortorella from Varsity Sports, signing off.
Moving out.
Hi everyone, this is Ghara. I'm so thankful for the Varsity Sports Show for giving me my first real opportunity to gain experience in the field of journalism and broadcasting. As an ASU journalism student, I learned a lot through the curriculum itself, but nothing can quite prepare you for the field like actual real-world experience, and I'm so thankful for the Varsity Sports Show for providing me with that. I'm also thankful for the opportunity to experience a bunch of different roles in this field. I got to be a technical director this semester. I got to host the pregame and postgame show for a little bit on the Varsity Sports Show. I got to do play-by-play, color commentating, different cameras, you name it. And I feel like all of those things have expanded my horizons and my knowledge of the field overall. And I just know that's going to help me going forward. This fall semester will be my last one before I graduate. And I don't exactly know what the future is going to hold, but what I do know is that working at the Varsity Sports Show gave me so much experience, and I'll always be appreciative to Vince and the entire staff for allowing me the opportunity to experience all these different roles and to expand my knowledge. Also for the great memories, friendships, and bonds built throughout this entire internship, both this fall and last fall when I've worked at the Varsity Sports Show, and I know going forward that will help me tremendously. So thank you so much to the Varsity Sports Show for giving me all these valuable experiences that I know will help me in my future in this career.
Extra Point with local and national topics, betting lines, and banter. Weekdays 10 to noon on KDUS AM 1060, KDUS1060.com, and the KDUS 1060 app.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase. Training Better Athletes was founded by renowned football coach Ron Sowers with the philosophy of training well-rounded young people in mind and body. TBA is the go-to for middle schoolers through the pros. Coach Sowers has worked with all sports but specializes in football offensive and defensive line skills training. Whether it's one-on-one or group training, reach out to Coach Sowers at trainingbetterAthletes.com or call him at 602-435-9064. You can't cheat the grind. Hey, local businesses, join the Varsity Sports Show and promote your business on our weekly radio show and game live streams. We have several options to promote your business affordably and reach our incredible audience. Call, text, or email us anytime if you'd like more information on joining our team. The Varsity Sports Show will work hard to promote your business through our audio and video platforms while also promoting all of our young people. 480-779-9437 or email us at varsitysportshow.com. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Every Monday night, check out Ray Adams as he hosts the Monday Night Golf and Lifestyle Show from 6 to 7 p.m. here on KDUS AM 1060.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Vince DeLisio in studio, all alone this week, but it's our final show of the semester, so we're paying tribute to our amazing, hardworking team from this fall. As we go through the show, we're going to recognize them, and they're going to tell you a little bit about what they've got going on and how they enjoyed the experience, if they enjoyed the experience. It's been the other way, where we've had some in the past that's like, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. And we help them. We help them decide that maybe this isn't their career path. Joining us on the line, we're going to talk a little NAIA football and postseason, as I've been privileged to have been a part of the last few years in the voting process for the NAIA football rankings every week as per a select group of media members nationally. And we got 3 of those such members, some good friends of mine from all over the country. From Midwest Sportsnet, we got Joey McWilliams from Champion Sports Network. And Joey's in Texas. Joey, where exactly are you in Texas? You're like up north, right?
Well, yeah, it's called north of the Red River. I'm actually in Oklahoma.
Oh, sorry. No wonder you never respond when I say that. Oh, my gosh. Okay, Oklahoma. Hey, same diff, right? Yeah, whatever.
But no, I'm in southeast Oklahoma,
okay.
Southeastern
all right.
Durant, just a little bit north of the Red River.
My apologies. Okay, so north of the Red River in southeast Oklahoma. And then we have from the Dallas, Texas area, we have from Champion Sports Network, we have James Lex. Good morning, James. How are you, sir?
Doing well, Vince. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Thank you for calling in. And then from way east, from the wonderful state of Florida, we have Corey Thorpe from NAIA F-Ball. Corey, how are you, sir?
Hey, it's warm outside, so I am a happy camper.
Watch those alligators. Hey, so, all right. So we're going to talk a little postseason. The first thing I wanted to do was talk about the new expanded playoff formula for the NAIA football postseason. Guys, this is where it's at. You want to talk about a true crowning of a national champion and how it's done the right way. There's still some complaining, and I'm going to complain a little bit about our local teams and how they got disrespected this year, but whatever. But James Lex, talk to us about the expanded 20-team playoff in NAIA football.
Well, what makes the NAIA so great is that you don't have the problem of other associations we won't name that don't let enough teams. No, the NAIA allows 20 teams in, and this expanded from 16 in previous years. NAIA has had a lot of teams in the football playoff for, decades at this point. But this season started a new format. They seeded the top 12 teams, and then they had a first round between teams 13 through 20.
Okay.
Those games, they have 4 games there between 13 and 20, and the winners moved on, and they had 6. So you have 16 teams.
Yeah.
And then you had the next week you have 8 games. So the playoffs work a little different because you actually get more games a little bit as the playoffs go on. And then after every week, the football playoff committee gets together and they determine who will play the next round. It's usually say 1 versus 16 if they can make it. They obviously want the highest seeds to be playing the lowest seeds throughout, but due to travel restrictions, I don't want to get too far in that. They do kind of help out the teams a little bit. But overall, it is incredibly competitive and incredibly compelling football. NAIA just does it right.
Okay, Joey, Midwest Sportsnet, the conference is being well represented. Obviously, conference champions get an automatic berth, but do you feel like overall, top to bottom, even the at-large teams, the conferences were well represented?
Well, I really do, and the Frontier Conference definitely has shown itself to be strong. Of course, Arizona Christian, one of your local teams, being a part of that this season, and still have a representative in the Fab Four or the national semifinals with College of Idaho playing today, and so they were represented well. GPAC also, the Great Plains Athletic Conference, with 3 teams representing, and that's historically, at least within the past decade, been probably the strongest conference there. 4 of the last 5 national champions have come out of the Great Plains, and again, one of those teams still in these remaining 4 teams that we play today, Northwestern at home and hosting Georgetown today. So I felt like they were represented well. And the good thing is, and this is maybe a personal take, but you get in a conference bid, an automatic bid to the conference champion, no matter the record, no matter the overall record, and no matter the rankings. They still make it in as an automatic bid, and I think that gives them something to play for.
Corey Thorpe, NAIA F-ball out in Florida. Corey, in terms of the teams, specific teams in the postseason, a lot of strong teams?
Oh, absolutely. Teams that have come on late, teams that have dominated all season. Whether you have Georgetown with their suffocating defense, the dual threat of Northwestern with their quarterback, College of Idaho just getting really hot very quickly down the stretch, or Kaiser with their swarming defense and their great zone rushing attack. And I'm just going to say, hey, James, it's still too soon.
Hey, here we go. I knew it was just a matter of time before we'd start nipping at each other a little bit. But back to James, and you guys, by all means, start jumping in as well. But James, regarding the playoff bracketing and the structure, the at-large teams, do we have some issues this year a little bit?
Well, I don't know. I guess there's one team that might have been left out of the at-large. A certain team from Arizona, maybe, Ottawa Spirit, has been to the playoffs recently and competed very well in the playoffs. So it's not like they are a brand new team to postseason play. But the committee looked at the resume, saw the one loss, looked at a couple other teams, and felt like their one loss maybe wasn't as bad, or maybe Montana Tech up in that frontier that we just talked about.
Yeah.
Montana Tech has 3 losses. I think there's plenty of room for the Spirit fans to, bring out the pitchforks for this one.
You know, it's interesting. I talked to, I had a chance to speak with Coach Nesbitt a while back after all this kind of shook out, and I said, Coach, what about just like a bowl game? You know, you didn't make it into the postseason, you weren't selected, but you had a really good team. And he's like, nope, I don't want a second chance game. I want for our kids to get recognized and get into the postseason. So that just means we need to work harder for next year. So, I mean that's kind of but anyway, guys, give me an idea here in terms of any surprises here in the postseason. Any of you chime in.
I mean, I think the biggest surprise is College of Idaho, and how hot they've gotten down the stretch. I mean, you had they were the leaders in the regular season, but stumbled down the stretch of the regular season, and just to see just how good they've been has been surprising.
Well, they beat the number 2 team in the country in Grandview, which was always one of my favorites going throughout the season. I mean, that major upset. I tell you what, we've talked about this. College of Idaho has played spoiler, and they'll sneak up on you.
Yeah, Vince, I'm sure that really was a letdown for you because I don't know who you're going to pick now for remaining games.
Well, no, because I'm good friends with Sean Johnson. He's an old Scottsdale Community College Artichoke. He coaches at Grandview, so we talked all season, and now I'm bummed out, but I don't have anybody. But being that as it may, Joey, favorites here in the brackets with what's left.
Well, I was burned picking a couple of road teams last week, and my picks definitely did not fly. So I'm going to go back to the Old Faithful and pick the home teams in both of them. So College of Idaho, who, by the way, was the preseason favorite in the Frontier, and even as Corey mentioned, stumbled a little bit, found a way to get into the playoffs, and really that's all it takes. You have to get in, and they did, and they got hot. Andy Peters is doing a fantastic job. I don't know that there's enough with the cross-country trip to take on, and again, as Corey mentioned, a swarming defense, but an offense that's just really off the charts right now, putting up better than 50 points a game in their playoff games, and that's the Kaiser Seahawks playing in West Palm Beach. I'm taking Kaiser at home. I'm also taking Northwestern at home because they won 26 straight. They're defending national champions and number one until, they're not. Yeah. And it should be this one will not be as high-scoring a game, though, with 2 really good defenses, especially at Georgetown defense, but a 13-plus hour road trip up the way to Orange City. I've got Northwestern in that one.
Awesome. What we're going to do is next week we're going to come back and have you guys on if you're all available, I hope, and we'll give another recap and we'll talk about next week is championship weekend, so we'll get a prediction from each of you. But real quickly in our final minute, Joey, let's start with you anyway. Midwest Sports Net, where can people find you?
You can find us very easily on YouTube. That's the best place to get us right now. We have the content pretty much coming out just about every day. Midwest Sports Net, little MW with an oval around it, and we enjoy talking mainly NAIA and Division II, so we're small college sports throughout the Midwest and beyond.
James Lex, Champion Sports Network.
Yeah, at Champion Sports Network on YouTube, same as Joey. We've been growing the audience on there, and next week we'll have our first basketball show of the season.
Awesome. And then Corey Thorpe, NAIA F-Ball.
That's right. You can find us on YouTube, find us on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I don't care as long as you follow us. And Instagram.
Perfect. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We'll circle back with you next week. I love all you guys, and thanks for letting me be a part of this very, very unique group.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Vince.
Okay, we'll talk to you guys next week. So talking a little NAIA football with Joey, James, and Corey. Guys, when we come back from the break, we have more Vince in studio here on the Varsity Sports Show. Go Varsity.
Check out KDUS AM 1060 on 100.7 KSLX HD2. That's right, HD radio on 100.7 channel number 2.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Hello, this is local voiceover model and former Daddy Yankee stunt double, Mario Malaby. Be sure to DM us your questions for Ask Lucas on Twitter. And you are listening to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
This is hockey guru Tom Cross from Carefree, Arizona, and you are listening to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS. Go Varsity!
HD radio is here for KDUS AM 1060. Check out your favorite shows and games on 100.7 KSLX HD2.
You're listening to the home of Saguaro Sabercat basketball. The Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona. And now, here's Coach Lucas Ramirez. Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. And we are here for the Saguaro Sabercat basketball report. As you all know, we are the official broadcast and production team for the Saguaro Sabercats, their athletic department, and have had a lot of fun for the past few years now. This is year number 4 in covering, season number 4 in covering basketball. It's been a great experience, and when Lucas got the job, Coach Lucas Ramirez, when he got the job, we got the job with Saguaro. So we've kind of grown up together in doing this thing and have had a lot of fun with it. I really have. And I know, I don't know, there's been some times it's been a challenge for Lucas, but let's have Coach Ramirez join us right now. Coach Lucas Ramirez, Coach, welcome to the program.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me this morning.
Coach, it's been an adventure, and we've had a lot of fun. It's been quite a journey, and you know we've grown up together in this thing. Shoot, you were just out of high school when you got the job at Saguaro, and here we are. We were young bucks as well, and I feel like we've really grown together. We're like twins.
We are. It's been a fun journey.
Yeah,
there's no question about that, and it's been what's awesome is every year is different, right? The ups and downs, and every team looks a little bit different, and that's the fun in it. And having you guys along the way, or having you guys being a part of the ride, is very special for us.
So when you got the job and you stepped into the situation, you had, I want to say 11 out of 13, 12 out of 14 seniors on the team. You had 2 underclassmen that first year. You guys won the league. Nice. I give you a hard time. I tease you. I say even I could have coached that team, but that's not true, because when you're dealing with a group of veterans that already have established habits of play, sometimes it's hard to reteach things, and sometimes it's easier to start with a fresh, clean slate of young kids and teach them, your way, and go from there and let them grow together. But how did you manage that first group of personalities?
Yeah, it was very unique because, like you said, to your point, a really, really tough, always tough if you inherit a group, young, old, and they were a group that quite frankly didn't have that much success in the last 4 years of their career. So they easily could have been a stubborn group, or a group that was difficult to manage. But, gratefully to them and thankfully for us, they were super, super coachable. They were hungry. They wanted to win. They wanted to have, some just, I think, structure in their life. And especially think about it, it was 2020. So when I say structure, it was, there was a lack of structure in society, in the world, because of everything that was going on. So it was the perfect storm, of a group of young men that were hungry and wanted to be coached, and a lunatic first-year head varsity coach who was hungrier than ever to have success, and it definitely set the tone for us here, no question.
And then obviously, you had some it kind of ebb and flow. You had some ups and downs in there. You had a new crew come in, new group, had to teach them a brand new system, everything. Your staff also, you walked in and inherited some coaches and also added a few along the way. What has that experience been like for you?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, like anyone who's in this coaching world who jumps right into it, wins right away, and keeps winning is really lucky and has really, really good players. And yeah, we've been through it, man. We've had highs and lows, and year two we were still fairly successful and with pretty much a brand new team. Like you said, graduating 12 guys or however many seniors we had that year, and then year three last year we had some roadblocks, we had some speed bumps, and we had a great group of kids, but we just couldn't find a way to get it done. And but I mean that's part of our job. That's you're going to navigate the highs and the lows of it, and anyone who tells you any different, I mean that's just kind of the life cycle of coaching and being in sports, is there's highs and lows, and learning how to overcome that and embrace adversity, find ways to get better, but with all that said, I've been blessed to have a great administration, great coaching staff. And we've had some changes over the years with our staff, but it's always positive, because I can proudly say that when a staff member leaves, it's because they've got an opportunity that's really, really good for them personally, professionally, for their family. So, we're really proud of that too. And here we are now, in the season we're in now, and we got a real, real young team, but a great group of kids, and they're awesome to work with. And
yeah,
kind of the same process, right? We're trying to figure it out, trying to learn how to win games with this group. And, but it's fun, man. I mean, that's kind of the fun part of it is trying to put the puzzle together and, find ways to get it done.
Yeah. Let's talk about this last week. So you had a bit of a break this week, and you're dealing with some early season successes, some early season struggles. I want to focus on your kids. You've got some kids that have come out that are just sharpshooters, and two in particular that come to mind. A young man named Neshoba Redhouse, and then you've got another young man named Trey K. I mean, these guys together are averaging most of your points, almost 30 points a game between the two of them.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic. They've had a lot of success at the lower levels for us the last few years, and there's no question that they have a love for the game of basketball. They love competing, and it's been really cool to see them grow over the years. That's been really, really awesome. And they're juniors with very little varsity experience, and I think the sky's the limit for them. I think they're going to have an opportunity to turn in some really good turned into a pretty good player, and it's exciting.
In our final minute here, Coach, we've already chewed this sucker up, but in our final minute, you have a freshman named Mikey Shepston that has been this guy is doing everything that a basketball player should do. I mean, this guy's around the basket constantly. He's a lot of rebounds. I mean, a lot of intangibles that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. How are you able to get this out of a freshman?
It's what he's been taught and coached and raised. So credit to his parents and credit to previous coaches. He's as dynamic and as blue collar of a freshman I've ever had. Nowadays, the world we're in, man, you got freshmen coming in and it's social media clicks and likes and rankings and mixtapes on Instagram and all that stuff. And, Mikey's a great example of just kind of put your head down and work. And that's just who he is. And when he came in this summer and we met him for the first time, it was very evident that he got everybody's respect just because how he approached every day, and he wasn't arrogant. There was no ego, no entitlement. He just did his thing. And again, he's a special young man who just with how hard he plays alone is going to separate him from everybody else. And it helps that he can put the ball in the basket too. But no, he's special for sure. We can't wait to work with him the next 4 years.
You got 3 big ones coming up this week. Monday, you guys are hosting Poston Butte, and then the 12th, you're at AZ College Prep. 14th, you're hosting Verado. Talk to us a little bit about each of those opponents.
Yeah, for sure. Monday's opponent, Poston Butte, they're going to be a good matchup for us. They have a lot of athletes, very athletic. They have a great head coach. It's his first year over there at Poston Butte, and he's done a really good job already. You can tell it's night and day from last year to this year. So he's got a group of kids playing hard over there. And Coach Clint on Tuesday night over at Arizona College Prep, he is fantastic. He always has tough, solid, well-coached teams that play the right way. And then, Thursday when we play Verado, that's day one of our tournament, that we're hosting. So, that'll be a good opening night challenge for us as well. And they're going to have a bunch of athletes that are going to be ready to run up and down the floor, and we're going to have to be up to the challenge to play at a good pace and also rebound the basketball. I mean, that's going to be one of our big things, is making sure that we, all year long, a goal is going to be to chase the rebounding battle. And, we're not the biggest team in the world, so we're going to have to really, really work at that. But, another week ahead, and, the goal is just to get better, one day at a time.
All right. Coach Lucas Ramirez with the Sabercat Basketball Report. Coach, good luck. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you we'll see you this week, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for your time.
All right. Aaron, let's take it away. We got Kobe VanNort and Lorenzo Lopez.
Hey, it's Kobe from Varsity Sports. As my time with Varsity Sports wraps up, I'm filled with gratitude for the unforgettable moments we've shared. Being your play-by-play commentator for high school football and volleyball was an absolute honor. Capturing the essence of every touchdown and spike behind the scenes, operating cameras, and bringing you the action visually was a thrill. Remember that live broadcast from the fair? What an experience! Crafting those weekly sports news segments challenged me in the best way possible. Huge thanks to Varsity Sports team Vince for the guidance and camaraderie. To the athletes, coaches, and fans, you made this journey special. As I move forward, I take my lessons in time management, adaptability, and the power of building lasting connections. To all the listeners, thank you for tuning in. Your passion for high school sports made each broadcast meaningful. This is Kobe VanNort, signing off with a heart full of gratitude. Until we meet again on the airways, take care, and remember, the game goes on, and so do you.
Hey, it's Bobby Murphy with the Varsity Sports Show. As the semester comes to a close and so does our time with the Varsity Sports Show, I wanted to reflect on what a time it was. My last semester at ASU was filled with a lot of fun and hard work with Varsity. From getting to broadcast an undefeated team to working on the sideline at junior college games, the experience I got here was amazing. I had the best time working with all my fellow interns as well as getting into the broadcast field. As I graduate from ASU next week, I cannot stress enough how valuable this experience has been for me as I got to call games, work cameras, do interviews, and so much more. Thank you to Vince and so many others for getting me involved in one of the best opportunities I've ever had. Getting into broadcast has always been a dream of mine, and I'm grateful that I got the chance to start that with this group of people. With the Varsity Sports Show, this is Bobby Murphy.
Good morning, and for the last time, I am Lorenzo Lopez here on the Varsity Sports Show. The semester is coming to the end, and I am graduating from the Wolter-Sanchez School of Journalism on Wednesday, and it's actually on my birthday. But overall, that's enough of that. I want to start with Vince. Thank you so much for the opportunity of having me on this segment and on the Varsity Sports Show. It was a fantastic experience. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I got that phone call from you and you welcomed me onto the internship. And I knew on the first day that we had our training at Bourgade Catholic High School, I told myself to Vince that I am not going to be that guy. Vince was making sure that the live stream was going very smoothly, was running around on the football field, and I knew that from that second, I'm like, this guy really cares about the internship. He isn't just some guy that's just doing it for the money. He really wants to give others the opportunity, and that's something I really appreciate that from Vince, the passion that he had for this. As far as going after college and what I want to plan on doing, pretty much I am going to be backpacking in Florida and refereeing soccer for like a couple months. I have no idea when I plan on coming back. It's just going to be kind of a laid-back experience. And as far as what I want to do with my degree or when I do once I graduate, it's kind of a toss-up. I might go back, freelance for Vince, do some of the soccer broadcasts, but it's kind of a big question mark. But overall, I was glad to have been part of it, and it was a phenomenal experience here. And for the last time ever, I am Lorenzo Lopez on the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Lorenzo, doing it for the money? There's no money. Man, if that's the impression I gave, wow. Okay, but no, I love doing it. Thank you for those kind words, and Lorenzo did a great job. He's a soccer official, an undergraduate, and also did a good job for us in production as well as broadcast. So, guys, when we come back from the break, more to come on the Varsity Sports Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Go Varsity.
Ready to bring KDUS AM 1060 into your home with Alexa?
Hi, I'm Alexa.
Download the KDUS AM 1060 skill and enable. Then say, Alexa, open KDUS AM 1060.
This is where I start my day.
Hello, sports fans. This is Dick Stockton, and you are listening to Arizona's home of youth, high school, college, and you, the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona.
Hey, local businesses, join the Varsity Sports Show and promote your business on our weekly radio show and game live streams. We have several options to promote your business affordably and reach our incredible audience. Call, text, or email us anytime if you'd like more information on joining our team. The Varsity Sports Show will work hard to promote your business through our audio and video platforms while also promoting all of our young people. 480-779-9437 or email us at varsitysportshow.com.
Hi, this is Saguaro High School head baseball coach Joe Mickey, and you are listening to the home of the Sabercat Report, the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Go Cats!
Need social information about KDUS AM 1060? Try KDUS1060.com, at KDUS AM 1060 on Twitter, and Facebook.com/KDUS AM 1060.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. Vince DeLisio in studio, all alone, here to wrap up the semester. And as I was saying, and thanks again, Coach Lucas Ramirez, Sabercat Report, Sabercat Basketball. We will be live streaming some games this week to close out the the semester, and then we'll be back with them in January. But a lot of good stuff, a lot of fun. And I want to take time, as I will throughout the show. This was our largest group of interns that we had. And not only do we have our credit-earning student interns, we also have a lot of freelance staff that we bring back, folks that have interned with us in the past that want to keep getting the reps and stay out there. And we had a few of those. We had a few mentor broadcasters that were on some of our crews for our game broadcasts this year, and really want to give them a big thanks because they did a great job of working with our new team and giving them tips. We put them in different situations where one week they'd be doing play-by-play, the next week they would be doing color, and the new intern would be doing play-by-play, and they would offer up some coaching tips throughout. And I want to pay special recognition. Paul Schultz, who helped us out at Corona del Sol football. We had Eric Castellon, who was with the Horizon football crew. We had Sebastian Mundaka, who was with the Desert Mountain crew. We had James Adams, Jay Wilder, who helped out with Arcadia. Kenji Ito did a little bit of work with Arcadia as well, helped out there with those guys, as well as Michael Manny. Michael Manny was an interesting one because he was a young guy, just graduated from NAU, did a lot of radio work for the local station up there, did a lot of games for them. And then about midway through the season, he said, Vince, we had this conversation. I'll be out looking for jobs, and as soon as one lands, I'm going to give you enough notice, and because I've got to go. And so he said, I'm giving you notice, and he gave us a couple weeks, and Michael ended up going out to a Fox affiliate TV station out in Atlanta, Georgia. So congratulations to Michael. Very professional. Guys, when I tell you we have pros that work with us, we have pros that work with us. And these folks are getting jobs and doing some amazing things. So congratulations, and thanks for all of your leadership, mentorship to all you guys in helping our young intern team. The teams, I want to pay tribute and thank the teams that we worked with. We brought back the Thursday night game of the week, except it was with a different spin. It was for flag football. Flag football was a brand new sport that was sanctioned by the Arizona Interscholastic Association. So we did the Thursday night flag football game of the week. It was an interesting challenge, a different rule book. You guys adapted to it well and did a great job. We were the official broadcast team for Arcadia High School football, the Titans, Brophy College Prep, the Broncos, Corona del Sol Aztecs, Desert Mountain Wolves, Horizon Huskies, the Saguaro Sabercats, the Buckeye Hawks, the Mountain View Toros. And then we had a team in Las Vegas, and they're all four. There's actually a couple of more. I think there were 6 or 7, but 4 of them were recent UNLV graduates led by Ray Fletcher, a great broadcaster who worked with the Las Vegas Raiders organization for a time and came and did a lot of work with us, and he continues to do that. Now we're rolling into basketball season, but we had a football game of the week that garnered a lot of interest. We got a lot of stuff coming up in Las Vegas with that crew, and Barry Sabine, AJ Fletcher, Angela Socorro, and those guys are solid, as well as others. And we'll be kickstarting an internship with UNLV School of Journalism up there. And then we had some other schools. As we go through the show, we're going to continue to spotlight the other schools that we've worked with. So just humbled and honored to work with all the programs. And thank you, schools locally, for putting your trust in us and spotlighting all of your young people and allowing us to work with each of you. So we're going to keep moving on this morning and paying tribute to our amazing broadcast team. Oh, in terms of number of interns, we had 25 this semester. 25. It's our largest group ever of credit-earning interns, which also included a couple of high school students earning CTE credit toward graduation. So it was a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts, and it was a lot of fun. It was a little bit of work, but looking back on it now, it was a lot of fun. So we're going to continue on with Southern California's very own Dorian Zavala. Take it away, Aaron.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Dorian Zavala, and well, my time at Varsity Sports has come to an end, and let me tell you, it was a memorable experience. Looking back at my time here at Varsity Sports, I learned a lot about the business, and I couldn't be more excited for what's in store for me in the near future. I would like to thank all the listeners and viewers that tuned in to our broadcast and radio show every week. There is no Varsity Sports without you. I would also like to thank all the coaches and staff at Saguaro High School for allowing us to broadcast and showcase your talented student athletes, which also allowed us to hone and sharpen our skills as reporters. A special thank you to Saguaro Athletic Director Matt Harris. Thank you for allowing me access to all your coaches, staff, and student athletes this semester. It allowed me to create content to showcase Saguaro's talent, and I couldn't be more prouder of the work I created. I also want to thank Technical Director Sammy Rivera for working with me all semester long and helping me get better as a technical director. And finally, I would like to thank Vince. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to grow as a broadcaster and a sports journalist. What I learned here will help me along the way to where I want to go. You can find me next semester working for Cronkite Sports, reporting on all sports in the Valley. So from all of us interns, thank you, and we'll see each other around. For Varsity Sports, this is Dorian Zavala, signing off one final time.
Thank you, Dorian. Now, we had one community college student with us that interned with us. His name was Parker Gurash. Parker was out of Scottsdale Community College, does a lot of blogging and podcasting, and he's big into basketball. So you'll see a lot of his stuff moving forward out there independently. But he came to us with a lot of talents. He'd done a little bit of directing before he came to us and wanted to transition to a little more broadcast, which he did a very good job, and also worked on some other radio stations throughout the semester. I had to grant him special permission to do some correspondence work for other shows, other stations. So see, as media members, we all work together. You just got to ask if you want something, you want to work with one of our guys. We get a lot of questions like that because we have such a talented group to work on other stations. As long as it doesn't interfere with what we're doing, we're more than willing to spread the wealth and allow our young people, our students, to work with you. So anyway, take it away, Aaron. Here's Parker.
As my time on the Varsity Sports Show has come to an end, I am extremely proud of what the team I was put on was able to accomplish throughout the season. Being assigned Desert Mountain, a team that had a lot of expectations and high goals set this season, it was extremely cool to be a part of their season, seeing them go to the Open State playoffs. Broadcasting has become a passion of mine over the last couple of years, and being given the opportunity to call games almost every week this past semester was an absolute blessing. I would like to thank Vince for allowing me to be a part of this internship and putting me on a team with guys I look at as friends now for years to come. A big thank you to our tech director, Tyler, for putting Steven, Sebastian, and I in the best situations possible for us to succeed as the season went on. The sports industry is a tough, competitive one to be in, but gaining the experience and learning lessons I did in this internship, I know will help me in my career after this. Thank you again for this great opportunity, and for the last time on the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Parker Gurash.
Thank you, Parker. Now, another special young man who's from the Cronkite School, his name is Connor Manning. Connor was a unique one because he's a soccer player. He plays for, not soccer. I was thinking of Lorenzo. Hockey. He plays hockey for the ASU men's club team, and so he came in with a very particular skill set, but loves football, loves all sports, did some great reporting on different sports, report on badminton, volleyball, flag football, and also ended up as the play-by-play broadcaster for the Arcadia Titans. Once Michael Manning left, Connor stepped into the role. He was on the rotation and doing a lot of color, and then he and Bobby Murphy split those duties in calling Arcadia. But Connor did a great job. Again, he is our hockey broadcaster as well. We're working with GCU, Grand Canyon University Club Sports, and a few of their sports. They're another one of our amazing partners. We're going to continue into 2024. We love that partnership. Jim Howell, the SID out there, and Dr. Dan Nichols, who coordinates club sports for GCU. Thank you so much. And let's hear from Connor Manning.
Hello everyone, this is Connor Manning. Today is my last day as an intern for the Varsity Sports Show. I've had a blast this semester getting to be a part of this team and work as a true journalist. My journey to get this internship was not easy, as I had missed a couple of chances to get it the normal way and was blessed with an opportunity from Vince to do this. Each week with Varsity Sports was always full of action, from covering Arcadia High School each week to covering girls flag football to our weekly radio show segments. You also get a real-world taste of how to develop professional relationships with members of teams you are covering. Some of the coolest moments from this internship for me was getting to drive out to Tucson and Yuma to call playoff games. The drive, as you might expect, was not the best, but the experience overall was fun and very valuable for myself, becoming a journalist and experiencing what might happen like on the road. Anybody interested in getting lots of play-by-play or color analyst reps should definitely apply for this internship, because you will get just that. I learned so much about becoming a play-by-play broadcaster this semester, and I will truly cherish it for the future. After this, I have just one more semester, and then I will graduate from the Wolter-Sanchez Journalism School at Arizona State. Thank you to all of the Varsity Sports Show crew for an amazing semester. For one final time, for Varsity Sports, I'm Connor Manning.
And so thank you, Connor. Josh Jones came to us in a freelance capacity. He was a junior college transfer. He's at Cronkite, and he when he first enrolled about a year and a half ago, he started doing some camera work for us, and very technically minded, even though he's a good broadcaster. And that's the great thing about this internship is if you want to take a break from the broadcast side and build another skill set in production, you can do that here. And Josh became a very good director. He directed all of our Brophy football games, became very well known there, doing a great job, and also did some other things for us, directing flag football. He did a little bit of youth football, had a lot of fun with it, and he'll be helping to call some hockey over the winter as well. That's one of his passions, being from the Midwest. So take it away, Aaron.
Hello listeners, this is Josh Jones with Varsity Sports. As many of you already know, this is the farewell for many of us, including myself here at Varsity Sports. I want to take some time to thank a few people that have been an absolute pleasure to work with over the course of fall 2023. First, I want to shout out Brophy Prep SID Steve Schaff. Steve was incredibly helpful with contacting players and coaches from day one and made sure our crew was taken care of for every single occasion. Thank you so much, Steve. I also want to thank Sammy Rivera for all of his mentoring throughout my time here at Varsity. Without your help, Sammy, I would have never been able to get through the hurdles I faced throughout my time. Thank you. I also want to thank my amazing crew that was alongside myself at Brophy football games, Kobe VanNort, Lucas Metzner, Avi Singh, and all of the camera operators that passed through. Each and every one of you was a tremendous help, and it was a pleasure working alongside all of you. And finally, I want to thank you, Vince, for the opportunity and trust you had in me to step into a new role that I enjoyed and learned so much from. I will never forget my experience here at Varsity Sports, and it is sad to say goodbye. As for spring 2024, you can find me reporting for Cronkite News in the Sports Bureau and interning at PHNX Sports as a producer. For one final time, my name is Josh Jones with the Varsity Sports Show. Farewell and happy holidays.
Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show, where our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating an unmatched platform to showcase talent both in front of and behind the microphone in radio, television, podcast, and live streaming. The Varsity Sports Show, still your home for youth, high school, college, and you in Arizona and beyond.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
Hey, this is Ralph Farrell, Carefree's #1 sports enthusiast, and want to tell you about a new radio show that's really hitting the spot. The Varsity Sports Show, which takes care of everything from high school, junior high school, college, community college sports. You got to listen to it. It's on 1060 AM. Arizona. No? Yes?
That's okay. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Hi, this is Aparna. And I'm Adrija, and we volunteer at Harvest Compassion Center.
And you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
Hey, this is Sophie, and you're listening to my dad, Vince. Dad, you owe me $20 now.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
This program is paid for by the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit educational organization, and its partners.
You're listening to the Varsity Sports Show, home of Arizona's youth, high school, college sports, and you, empowering education and enabling dreams, right here on KDUS AM 1060 in Arizona. And now, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
I'm Aaron Decker here for the Varsity Sports Show as we wrap up this semester and ultimately this internship. In the last few months, I've had the privilege to cover high school sports ranging from football to volleyball. I've personally enjoyed commentating games as that was something I had never done before. Along with commentating, I was lucky enough to produce our live stream games, including the playoffs, where I broadcasted football and volleyball semifinals. I have really enjoyed the learning process this internship has allowed and feel I am more skilled and better prepared because I took on this opportunity. I'm sad to see this semester come to an end, and I'm going to miss the many people I've met thanks to this internship. Thank you, Vince, for creating this opportunity and creating also a space to learn. For the last time, I'm Aaron Decker with the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, hour number 2, AM 1060 KDUS Arizona. My name is Vince DeLisio, and every time you hear me say, take it away, Aaron, that's Aaron. That's Aaron Decker. Aaron has been with us since the beginning. He runs the board here. He's a producer at the station and came up through, was a junior college transfer and is in the Cronkite program. And we spoke briefly last year and said, hey, he wanted to get into something different, do an internship, and he's done everything for us. He's been a masterful technical director. He helped to rewrite some of our procedures. He has done broadcast. He's called games. He was part of the Corona crew. He did junior college football game of the week in production. He's done analysis, like I said, play-by-play, technical directing. Very talented person that has a very bright future in this industry that's already working in radio, but added a different element and built some really good, strong skill sets. So, Aaron, thank you for that. And as we go through, Avi Singh is from Brophy College Prep. He worked on Brophy football for us, did some other games as well here and there, but color, production, and play-by-play for Brophy. Very talented young man who'll be headed off to college in the fall. Has a laundry list of schools of which he can choose from. Will probably be leaving the state of Arizona, pursuing this broadcast career. So take it away, Aaron.
Hi, everybody. I'm Avi Singh, a senior at Brophy College Preparatory that has been a part of this Varsity Sports Show internship over the past semester. And while my voice may not be familiar with you all on the radio, you've heard me primarily as the play-by-play voice of Brophy Broncos football, along with some color commentary and interviews with head coach Jason Jewell. I would like to take some time to thank Vince and Varsity Sports for providing me with this opportunity. As a young broadcaster, I never would have imagined that I would be working a camera or hosting a radio show, but those are just some of the many opportunities I have been provided with on this internship. While my future broadcasting plans are uncertain, you can all continue to listen to my play-by-play for Brophy Broncos basketball and baseball this year by following me on Instagram at Avi Singh Broadcasting, as well as following at Bronco Broadcasting on Instagram. Once again, thank you so much, Vince, for this internship opportunity. Have a happy holidays, everybody, and thank you all for listening.
We developed an interesting partnership out of state with some schools. We did some work with Texas Southern University out of Houston, and then developed a relationship with the University of Florida out of Gainesville. You talk about going across country. Our first intern from the University of Florida couldn't have been any better. His name is Bennett Solomon, and Bennett did an incredible job with us. He did some live reporting with us. He followed, Florida high school football. You talk about Arizona being nuts. Florida is times 10 in terms of the talent and the attention on a national platform. He covered Florida high school football for us. He covered Florida Gator sports for us, provided snippets of press conferences from the coach out there and some of the rivalry matchups that they had. It was incredible, and we appreciate Bennett, and that's going to open the floodgates for a lot more work that we're going to be doing in Florida, so stay tuned there, and let's hear from Bennett Solomon.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final Florida sports update of the semester. I'm Bennett Solomon, and I've had the privilege of providing coverage of Florida Gators football and Florida high school football throughout the semester. But today, there won't be any score updates or previews. Today, I want to give my thanks to the Varsity Sports Show for welcoming me with open arms. As a student at the University of Florida, I really didn't know what to expect when I got the opportunity to create content for this amazing radio station. But as my time is coming to an end with the station, I absolutely love this opportunity, and I'm so thankful I got the chance to intern throughout the semester. I've always wanted to get into the sports media / journalism business, get my voice out on the air or on paper, and the Varsity Sports Show allowed me to become more confident as a broadcaster. I can't thank Vince enough for bringing me on, and I'll forever be grateful for the opportunity to do work that I love. I'll be finishing my final semester at the University of Florida in the spring, and you can follow me at B_Solly11 on Twitter. Again, thank you for listening to me throughout the semester. And one final time, that's your Florida Sports Update. I'm Bennett Solomon.
And I'd be remiss, first of all, let me go back, and there's a couple others that I wanted to mention. Ghara, who we heard from early in the show. Shai interned with us last year. He was the play-by-play voice for Corona del Sol high school football. This year, he came back in a different capacity, wanted to do another internship and get his feet wet doing some other things. He did our halftime reporting for us. He would package halftime shows for us and put them out there, and it did a great job. Did a great job. He's very animated, very funny, and he's going to go far in this industry. So, Shai, thank you so much. Kobe VanNort was another one. Kobe did a great job for us, worked on the Brophy team, did a lot of color analysis for Brophy, did a little bit of play-by-play, worked some youth football for us as well, did some volleyball, really knowledgeable on the sport of volleyball. Who knew? A lot of these guys, you just say, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And they're like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And then they go and they do their homework, and they get it done. And it's been incredible. So this next young man did a lot of production work for us, did some play-by-play, did some color. His name is Zach Mott. Take it away, Aaron.
Hey guys, Zach Mott with the Varsity Sports Show here, and I'm sad to announce this as my final audio story of the semester. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here and want to spend the next 90 seconds reflecting on it. Coming into this internship, my excitement level was huge because of the broadcasting opportunities that I was going to receive, and that did not waver all semester long. From being able to cover Coach Andy Litton and the Horizon Huskies this year on Friday nights, to broadcasting the inaugural flag football season with our Varsity Sports Show Game of the Week on Thursdays, to even joining Vince in the booth occasionally on Saturdays to cover some JUCO football, my experience was well-rounded this year. I also got opportunities to do sports I had never done before, like swim and dive and volleyball. Although it was a challenge to prepare for those, I'm someone who has taken challenges on with a full head of steam, and I did just that this semester. Another great thing our intern team did was create audio packages for our Saturday radio shows. My audio packages mostly consisted of Arizona Cardinals coverage with the occasional look at something else. I hope my viewers thoroughly enjoyed my selection of content. It's been a rough season for the Cardinals, but I truly believe there's always something entertaining to talk about when it comes to the NFL. Lastly, I wanted to talk about and thank all the great people I met and worked with here at the Varsity Sports Show. While you may have gotten to know those behind the microphone, you didn't hear about our most important individuals, our camera operators and producers/directors. I want to thank each and every one of you that I was able to work with this year. Whether we built a relationship or not, your role was greatly appreciated by me. A special shout out to Kyle Krikorian, my most worked with director this season. Kyle is about as talented as they come, and getting to know you this semester and watch you grow has truly been an honor and privilege for me. I also want to give special thanks to Vince for taking me on this semester. The opportunity to work with the Varsity Sports Show was a special one, and one I won't soon forget. This may not be the last you hear from me, as I'd love to return in some kind of role next semester and potentially beyond, but we will see what the future holds. For now, one last goodbye. For the Varsity Sports Show, this has been Zach Mott reporting.
Thanks, Zach. So, yeah, definitely. We'd love to have you back. Love to have everyone back in serving in a mentorship role. I mean, that's what's so amazing about it, because you're an extension of all the great work that we've done in the past, and you'll continue to pay it forward, and we'll continue to sharpen your own skill set as you move on. Guys, when we come back from the break, more about our amazing team. Vince here in studio with the Varsity Sports Show. Don't go anywhere. A lot of good stuff coming. Go Varsity.
Your caddy, Ray Adams, takes you beyond the 18th hole on Saturday mornings with Great American Golf from 6 to 7 a.m. on KDUS AM 1060.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AA-PAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hello everybody, I'm Ryan, resident here at Arco Santi, and you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
You didn't need the video, did you?
No, you're fine. It's only, yeah, it's only. So,
was this not like the Scott Van Pelt show? I'm not live.
All right, go ahead.
Hello, this is OUAZ football coach Mike Nesbitt, and you're listening to the home of youth, high school, and college sports, the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
Great. Now, if you would do it one more time, but read the script.
I don't want to read the script.
Have you downloaded the KDUS AM 1060 skill for Alexa yet?
Dude, Alexa is frustrated. No matter how many times do you ask, the answer is male, chicken.
Once you're ready, say, Alexa, open KDUS AM 1060 to listen to your favorite shows.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. Vince DeLisio in studio, Saturday, December 9th, 2023. I want to talk about a couple of other special people that worked. There were a lot of special people that worked on our show this semester, but a couple of guys that have been around a few years now. Let me start by talking about Sammy Rivera. So Sammy was part of our first group, Sammy and Bailey Leisure, but starting with Sammy was part of our first group with the Varsity Sports Show, and he had actually started working with us before we even had structured internships. Sammy and I go back, 3-4 years now, and he was our lead technical director. He's a Cronkite graduate, has done some part-time work with some of the local TV stations in a production capacity, but Sammy really took the lead in working with our technical directors and providing technical support, in addition to being the lead technical director on Friday nights for Saguaro High School football, as he's done the previous 2 seasons. Sammy just got a job full-time. He'll be moving to Tucson for KOLD TV down there. So congratulations to Sammy. Sammy hopefully will continue to work with us and continue to consult and mentor our team as we continue to even expand down in Tucson with the University of Arizona School of Journalism. But I'm very, very appreciative of Sammy's hard work in mentoring. And so if you hear any of our broadcasters and crew members pay tribute to Sammy, that's who they're talking about. Bailey Leisure. Bailey was the technical director for Corona del Sol football and has done a lot of work, continues to work basketball with us, has done some other sports, done some GCU club as well as Sammy. But Bailey has just recently got a job as a producer at 98.7, but he'll continue to work with us as well as needed as he can, providing his expertise and his mentorship and his leadership. So Bailey, thank you for everything. Guys, when I tell you these guys are getting jobs, they're getting jobs. And so Bailey's another Cronkite graduate in broadcast, but he transitioned to production, and that's what got him in the door. And by developing different skill sets, and he is a very, very good technical director. So Bailey, thank you, and looking forward to continuing to having you work with us as well. And one more, I want to thank a special thank you to Tyler Bender. Tyler was the technical director for Desert Mountain football this season. Tyler graduated in the spring and came back. He did a lot of work with the Arizona Interscholastic Association during the day. Then he would work with us in the evenings. Tyler is moving to Japan. Tyler is a native of Hawaii, and he was recently accepted into a graduate program in Japan. So he speaks fluent Japanese. He is moving. He'll be heading out there in March and starting a master's program out there. So, guys, when I tell you we have talented people that work with us, we have talented people that work with us. So, Tyler, thank you for all your work in your mentorship, your leadership, and for running a production team. So we'll continue to say this throughout the show. So anybody that's interested, any of you students out there that are interested in developing some skill sets, and even if you're not a student, if you are interested in doing some freelance work, particularly on the technical side, if you've got an eye for production and you want to continue to grow professionally, come over and work with us. I think you'll have fun. Pays pretty darn good too, but the main thing is that it's a lot of fun, and you'll be out there. It's a grind, but it's something that is rewarding, and you'll have a lot of fun with it in all that we're spotlighting out there. So let's move on to our next student. Ella Wolter-Sanchez is a student at Arcadia High School. She is our first Scottsdale Unified School District intern. She joins us from Arcadia. She'll continue to work with us in the spring. Very, very talented young woman. She'll be headed to the Cronkite School when she graduates. She's a senior this year, and she presented the Scottsdale Sports Report. Take it away, Aaron.
What's up? This is Ella Wolter-Sanchez, and I have had the privilege of bringing you the Scottsdale Sport Report every single Saturday morning this semester. This, unfortunately, is my last one for this winter. As an intern for Varsity, I've had the privilege of getting to know my community better and have been able to improve my reporting skills each week by creating a package for the show and co-hosting in the studio a few times. I've also been able to cover volleyball, soccer, and football and work camera for those games. Being able to cover not only a great season for my school's football team, but also watch some pretty good championship games. As a senior in high school, I've been grateful to have this opportunity to be able to do all of these things and work with college students who have given me helpful insight. Although this is unfortunately my last segment for this semester, I'm fortunate to announce my return next semester to cover spring sports. I'm definitely most excited to cover some baseball. Long term, my dream remains to be a field reporter for an MLB team. I wanted to obviously thank Vince, since his dedication to this program is the glue that holds it together. However, I also wanted to thank Lofton, Bobby, and Connor, who I had the privilege of doing the Arcadia football broadcast with this semester, and I wish them all the best. For the Varsity Sports Show, this is Ella Wolter-Sanchez with your Scottsdale Sport Report. Farewell for now.
Hi, my name is Krikorian. I was the technical director covering Horizon High School varsity football. It's been a great experience just going in every Friday and setting up all of the equipment that we have. It's like a puzzle every night, but that's personally I think is the best part because I like to be a problem solver and I like to get stuff done. And just everybody that I worked with throughout the season, especially covering Horizon High School, Eric Castellan, Aaron Nemiroff, Zach Mott, those guys from the first game until the very end, like we became more than just coworkers every Friday night. We became friends and we were able to chit chat before the games. It made the experience so much more. And that's why I really enjoyed this experience because it gave me the opportunity to grow and learn with other coworkers and interns. And then also when we had a new student come and work with us who had never run a camera before or set up anything, like I was more than happy to teach them. And again, it just made the experience more enriching because now when I teach someone something new, they can grow that knowledge, and then when they're in the same position as I was, they can pass down that knowledge, which is just the best thing that I think that could be done. So thank you all for the experience and the hard work that we shared together, and I hope to see you all sometime in the future. And yeah, thank you again.
Kyle Krikorian, very talented broadcaster, and joined us in the spring in helping run some cameras and kind of learning the ropes, but had done some directing before that for ASU, and decided to take a break from the broadcast to build a skill set in something else. So he joined us as a director, did a great job. Very proud to know you, Kyle, despite being a Raiders fan. You did a great job for us, and we always have an open door for you here at the Varsity Sports Show. All right, let's head over to Stephen Buxton. Take it away, Aaron.
This is Stephen Buxton with the Varsity Sports Show, and today, for one last time of the semester, we're just going to close things out saying thank you. I'd like to thank Vince and everyone involved with Varsity for being a huge part of what's been really the 3 or so best months that I've had. It's been the most fun I've had working in sports. It's been the most fun I've had in college. It's been great. I covered dozens of games. I was working camera. I was calling games. It was honestly the most fun I've had in my life. Whether it was with Vince and Varsity or whether it was with other outlets, I've had an absolute blast, and I couldn't say anything other than thank you. I got to cover games and teams and build relationships with people that I'll never forget, and I'll take it with me into the future, and I've become better because of it. Next semester, I'm looking forward to coming back and being part of the Cronkite Sports Bureau. I'll still be covering games for Blaze. I'm probably going to be getting a couple games in with Varsity, too. I won't be gone, and just really hoping to set everything up so I'm in line to graduate in the spring. As always, if you wanted to keep up, if you wanted to follow me along, just go follow me on Twitter at @StephenBuxton_. Anyways, that's all I've got. Thank you for everything this semester.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona. Another talented broadcaster, Stephen Buxton. Look, I want to talk about Kyle Cooper. We had one graduate student from Cronkite this semester. His name was Kyle Cooper. He was from Alaska, did his undergraduate work, I believe, at Cal Baptist in Southern California, majored in film, and decided he wanted to transfer. He wanted to transition into sports journalism, and so we gave him a special project to produce a show, a pregame, postgame show on Friday nights called Varsity Live, and he did that. He tied in all the broadcasters. We had people scattered, different crews, Las Vegas, Phoenix area, Arizona, Tucson, everywhere, and he brought them all together. Pregame would feature each of them, would do kind of a pregame prediction summary of the game that they were calling, and have some guests on. And then post-game, he would bring them back to give a post-game wrap. We would email him, and he would run the interviews from post-game on the show with the coaches, the players of the game. And then we even featured some players of the game throughout the season. So nice job, Kyle. Kyle also did some halftime reports for us as well, like Shai did, some packaged halftime reports. We don't like dead air here on the Varsity Sports Show. So during our games, instead of just showing you a field, we want to run content so you stay engaged, and Kyle provided a lot of that. So, Kyle Cooper, take it away.
Hello, everyone. This is Kyle Cooper, and this will be my last segment for Varsity Sports this semester. I want to thank Vince for the opportunity to join the team this semester. I learned how to host and produce a show, a new streaming software, and how to create compelling weekly content. I also had the privilege of working with other team members and interviewing a number of fantastic Arizona high school athletes. With this internship, I took a substantial step forward towards my goal of working in the sports industry. Moving forward, I will be continuing my education at ASU's Wolter-Sanchez School of Journalism and Mass Communication this next semester. I will also be interning at PHNX and working in the broadcast department. Going from covering high school sports to professional will be a challenging step, but having covered high school sports for the past few months, I know I can translate my skills to the next level. My goal is to work in sports broadcasting as a director or producer. I also would like to be a content creator and use my videography skills in sports. Once again, thank you, Vince, for the role. And now on to the next semester and the next internship.
We'll do what's best for the team, and we'll do what's best for you.
The Rich Eisen Show, coming to you weekdays from 3 to 5 p.m. here on KDUS AM 1060 and KDUS1060.com.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
All right, go ahead.
Hi, kids. This is DJ Soulman from the Funk Junkies, and you're listening to the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS with my main man, Vince DeLisio, right here in Arizona, home of youth, high school, college sports, and, of course, you.
Hi, this is dance and pro wrestling team Janie Van Halen and
Louis 54 from Los Angeles, California, and you are listening to the Varsity Sports Show on AM
1060 Arizona.
This is Saguaro Sabercat football coach Zach Hill, and you're listening to the home of Sabercat football, the Varsity Sports Show on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
James Out West brings NFL, NBA, MLB, and local sports talk to you Monday night starting at 7 on KDUS AM 1060 and the KDUS 1060 app.
It's Toro time! And now, from the campus of champions, it's Mountain View Toros basketball coach Andy Johnson on the Varsity Sports Show AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona. Vince DeLisio here in studio on the final day of the semester as we bid farewell to our amazing broadcast and production team that have worked so diligently throughout the year. And they continue to work because we still have some games going on out there, so they're continuing to get their reps and get their work done as true professionals. And joining us on the line, another one of those professionals, the coach of the Mountain View Toro boys basketball team. His name is Andy Johnson. Great start to the season. Bit of a stumble last night. We're going to talk about that as well, but let's focus on the all the great things going on in the Campus of Champions at Mountain View High School out in Mesa. Coach Johnson, welcome to the program.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Coach, good. You are the picture of positiveness for your team, and you had quite the week this week. I want to talk about, first of all, you had a big win against Skyline midweek, and then last night you played a really, really tough Corona del Sol team. Talk to us a little bit about those two games, starting with Skyline.
Yeah, positive good week for us overall. I thought we took some steps this week. We lost 8 seniors and 87% of our scoring from last year. When you lose that much and have a lot of new guys and new roles that don't have a lot of varsity experience, you're going to have a few ups and downs, and it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster. But I thought our guys done just a phenomenal job of every time out just giving max effort. And due to that, I think we've been able to establish an identity as a really, really good defensive team. It's something we can, have a great starting point with and continue to build on. And I thought we had a great week, with a few good wins. And then last night, had a little stumble, but a lot of good learning points that we took away from it.
Well, you stepped into an elite program early in the week. You did a dedication on the court during halftime for a living legend in Mountain View and Arizona high school basketball history, national high school basketball history, Gary Ernst. How many wins did Coach Ernst have?
I think it was 943 total wins.
Holy smokes! What did he coach, like 100 years?
He's a living legend, and more important than that, he's just such a good guy. I mean, just phenomenal person, and I think that the one thing that people kind of, all the winning he did was awesome. But the impact he had just on the community here as a whole, and our school, and helping building this, this basketball program and the Camps of Champions. I think it's phenomenal when you kind of sit back and look at what he did. And, we just try to continue his legacy every day. And I'm so, excited that we were able to, put his name on the court where it belongs. He truly is a living legend and just a phenomenal person. And he deserves that court named after him.
Well, it's so nice that you welcome them back, that you welcome back past legends onto the court. And I know it's sometimes there's a little bit of pressure involved when you've got a living legend, and all of a sudden you're the present coach of the team, having to get everyone in out there and get going. And last night you faced a really good team in Corona del Sol. It was a defensive battle. What are some of the teachable moments that you could take away from last night's win as you head into a couple of big games this week?
Yeah, like I said, I thought defensively, we were really good, and I thought they were really good as well. They're a really, really good team, really well coached. They have 14 seniors,
wow,
on their team, and they've been through the wars together a little bit. I think down the stretch, that kind of shows, their experience a little bit. Just going through that experience together as a young team, I think it's going to really benefit us. You've already watched film this morning on it. Guys are lifting right now, and we're going to head the practice floor in a little bit here. But just on the offensive end, just continuing to work to get better shots, playing inside out. And then when we do have a wide open shot, we got to knock it down. We just the ball didn't go in for us last night. We're 1 for 16 on threes, and
ouch,
you're not going to win too many games doing that. But they were good shots, and just ball didn't go in for us. But like I said, though, really excited just to opportunity to be able to learn from that and hopefully grow and get better from it.
Let's look ahead because you have a big week. You're at Sunny Slope coming up early week, midweek. You've got you're hosting Westwood, and then you're closing out the week hosting Liberty. Give us a little taste of what you know about each of those programs.
3 really good programs. Sunny Slope, they're a giant. They're what everyone's shooting for now. They beat Perry last night, and they're a nationally ranked, national level program. That'll be a phenomenal test for us to kind of see where we're at. And then Westwood, always tough, district conference game for us there. So excited for the opportunity to get back in the league and compete there. And then playing a really good Liberty team that loves to put up a lot of points, loves to get out and run. That'll be a tough challenge for us later in the week. So it'd be a great week for us as our guys also doing finals this week as well. On top of that, and then getting ready to go head to Las Vegas and play in the Tarkanian Classic after that soon.
Well, and I want to, in our final minute, I do want to touch on that briefly because you came from Vegas. You coached at a couple of very successful programs out there before you decided to move your family to Arizona for a new start out here. But heading back to Vegas, how is that going to feel? 200 other teams that you're participating with, all top talent from around the country.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. The Tarkanian Classic is one of the best tournaments in the country, hands down. And, great experience for our guys to play against, national teams from different states. More importantly, though, just great life experience for our guys to be able to, get an opportunity to travel together, to bond together, to go do some different fun things. We got planned in Las Vegas for our guys to be able to do together. Just memories they'll be able to have for a lifetime. Being able to take this out-of-state trip that we're so fortunate to be able to do. Looking forward to it, and look forward to keep building on it. The trademark Jerry Tarkanian, how he'd sit on his chair and bite on the towel there during nervous points of a game. I've seen your athletic director Joe Goodman do that at different times during your games. that would not surprise me. He is one competitive dude, and
he is.
More importantly, just a great guy who. He is a Toro through and through, and it's fun to watch him root for all of our teams on campus.
The Toro Basketball Report with Coach Andy Johnson. Coach, we'll see you this week, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks again for joining us.
Yep, great talking to you guys.
What we have a lot of fun with here on the show is we make fun of athletic directors quite a bit, and they take it all in stride because they're all good guys, but we have fun with that. So anyway, that being said, we're going to continue to honor our amazing broadcast and production team this year, starting with Lucas Metzner.
Hi guys, it's Lucas Metzner with the Varsity Sports Show, checking in one last time. It's not time to say goodbye, but it's time to say see you later. The semester is coming to a close, and so is my time as an official Varsity Sports Show intern. And let me tell you, it's been one of the best experiences I could have ever asked for. As someone who started play-by-play broadcasting as a high school freshman to being a few months away from graduating Cronkite and Arizona State University, the Varsity Sports Show has been an important stop on my journey of becoming the best play-by-play announcer I possibly could be. I've gotten chances to showcase my talents, but the Varsity Sports Show has given me the biggest stage. Getting to follow a team every Friday night for a full-length season has helped me take my broadcast to the next level. So to my Brophy crew and everyone else I worked with this semester, thanks for making it a wonderful experience that was fun to show up to every day. But a special thank you goes out to Vince, who goes above and beyond for all the interns, but he certainly went above and beyond for me. Vince did so much for me behind the scenes and for my confidence as a broadcaster. He has created something special at the Varsity Sports Show that is a great place to intern at for a semester. The skills developed and practice on a weekly basis was huge for the development of myself and others. Thank you to each and every one of you who tuned into a show or a broadcast. You can follow me personally on Instagram or Twitter/X at Lucas_J_Metzner. I'll see you guys sometime soon in the future. For the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Lucas Metzner.
Baby, I'm howling for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Lofton Lechner,
and for this past semester, I was the technical director for the Arcadia Titans. This past season working with the Varsity Sports Show has been amazing. As a technical director, I've gained experience directing while also running graphics and just managing people and personnel. It's been really good experience for me and for my future as I continue my path forward into live sports productions. Now with my Arcadia crew, my broadcasters who were with me the entire way, Bobby, Connor, Michael, and also Tanner. You guys were great. You guys did an amazing job. Seeing you guys grow throughout the year, get better and better with every game, culminating in that final playoff game for Arcadia. That was really great working with you guys this year, and I can't wait to see what you guys go on to do in your futures. I'd also like to give a big thank you to Vince for giving me this opportunity to work in this environment. It was really great experience, and I can't wait to show you guys what I do in the future. As for my future, I will be continuing on with Insignia Event Services and the Cardinals as a graphic designer, expression operator, and technical director. So if you're ever at State Farm Stadium and looking around, I might have been one of the people that made those graphics. Anyways, that's it for me on the Varsity Sports Show. We'll see you guys next time.
I'll tell you what, guys, we are big time. We got people going and working for NFL teams and ESPN at different networks and just amazing stuff. But thank you, Lofton. Lofton was another one of those broadcasters turned producers, directors to try a different skill set, and it's paying off for him, and now he works for the Cardinals as well. So anyway, Aaron Nemiroff, another broadcaster that joined us this season. Take it away, Aaron.
Hey everyone, this is Aaron Nemiroff reporting with the Varsity Sports Show. Now that it's the end of the semester, I can certainly say that I am thrilled I chose to intern for the Varsity Sports Show. Varsity Sports has given me many opportunities to get involved with the sports journalism field that I want to be a part of in the future. The internship doesn't limit you to one aspect of sports journalism, but encourages you to participate in all different roles. I have been able to do work in play-by-play and color commentary, which is why I originally came to ASU and Cronkite specifically. I have also been able to work as a cameraman at local high school games, which has been a lot of fun. I can now see myself doing camera work in the future. I've also thoroughly enjoyed creating these audio segments for the weekly radio show. I've been able to put my own spin on the 2-minute segment as long as it's relevant to sports. This has allowed me to write stories about events I am personally passionate about, and I think that helped me sound more enthusiastic when producing. One of the most important highlights from the semester was being able to recognize how I've improved as an announcer over the year. I really didn't think my first time announcing went very well. I didn't sound particularly enthusiastic, and my cadence wasn't where I'd like it to be. However, after listening to a recent playoff game I announced for Horizon High School, it is very clear that I've drastically improved with practice. That has been really cool to see. I've also noticed a gradual improvement when I work a camera at football games. For the first game, I constantly had the tech director in my ear telling me what I should be filming. As I've gained more experience, I don't need anyone communicating with me and can now find the best shot on my own. On multiple occasions, I might find something interesting on the field that the tech director wasn't expecting. He might say to me, "Nice shot," and it is nice to have that encouragement. This has made working the camera a lot more fun. And lastly, for the final time this year, for the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Aaron Nemiroff.
Carving out time in your afternoon for the Doug Gottlieb Show right here on KDUS AM 1060, 100.7 HD2, and KDUS1060.com. Weekdays from 1 to 3 p.m.
Hi, this is Mesa Community College Assistant Athletic Director Mike Lavella and Modern Day Invincible. You're listening to AM 1060, the Varsity Sports Show, the home of all your junior college sports coverage.
This is Elisa
and Craig from Scottsdale, Arizona,
and you are listening to the Varsity Sports Show.
Go Varsity!
The Varsity Sports Show is once again proud to partner with Grand Canyon University Club Sports in 2023 and 24. Join us in our coverage of GCU Club Sports on Saturday's Varsity Sports Show and the rest of the week. We'll cover hockey, soccer, baseball, rugby, lacrosse, and more. The Lopes are back on the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Coach Walter Cuff with TBA Training Better Athletes, and you are listening to the Varsity Sports Show.
This is Conrad Hamilton, head football coach at Desert Mountain High School. You are listening to the Varsity Sports Show.
SB Nation Radio is now Sports Map Radio, keeping sports content fresh and fun. Join us right here on KDUS AM 1060.
Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show, AM 1060, KDUS, Arizona. It's always nice to end on a little Van Halen here in our final segment. Van Hagar, for some of you guys. Don't call and complain saying that I'm singling out Sammy Hagar and not paying tribute to David Lee Roth. That's our opening song of the show anyway. But anyway, we like to recognize a lot of great things going on in the community. That's kind of been our mantra. We don't focus on negatives. You won't ever hear us talking about anything controversial. We always keep it positive. Call it viewing the world through rose-colored glasses. I view it as a choice and being able to have fun and enjoy life, and that's what it's all about. And this next story is a great one that really focuses on good work going on at some of our universities, and one of which, Ottawa University, Arizona, the Spirit out in Surprise. They have a football team. Arizona Christian does as well. But Ottawa this year had a young man on their team who's been part of their program for a few years now. His name is Landon Reeves, and he just recently was recognized on a national platform for his place kicking. He won the prestigious Fred Mitchell Outstanding Place Kicker Award, and he was the Special Teams Player of the Year. He was 14 of 15 in field goals. He had a long of 45 yards, 63 of 64 extra points. That Spirit offense scored a lot of points, so it nailed 63 extra points during the course of the season. And we're joined on the line by Mr. Reeves, Landon Reeves, with the OUAZ Spirit. Landon, welcome to the Varsity Sports Show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Hey, man, I want to congratulate you. You know, I saw this come across my screen. I keep an eye out for interesting stories, fun stories to report on, and so I'll kind of scroll through social media periodically, and I saw this one, and this one makes me feel really good because special teams players don't get a lot of credit, but they can affect the outcome of a game in a big way, and to have the consistency over your career and to play, NAIA football. What's that experience been like for you?
Oh, I mean, you kind of nailed it on the head. I mean, we 100% don't sometimes get our way around the field a lot of times, and it's kind of nice being recognized every once in a while whenever we do our job. But for me, it's been kind of a blessing. This team here at Ottawa have really been there for me. Everyone on the football team, down to the snapper, down to my field goal unit and to my kickoff unit. We've all been as one cohesive unit, and it was just an amazing experience for me.
Well, it's nice that you recognize the other guys, and let's do that. Why don't you give us the names of not only your long snapper but your holder all season?
No, yes, sir. My long snapper was Keone Raber. He is a sophomore. I've known him for about 2 years now, and he's just been one of my close friends. And then one of my holder, who's also one of my really, really good friends, Logan Burke. He's a grad transfer from Abilene Christian. He was our punter as well. He was just a really great guy. Both of them it made the unit go so smoothly.
It's kind of cool to have a head coach that was also a special teams player in Mike Nesbitt. He was a heck of a punter, spent time in the NFL, and then also spent a lot of time in the offensive film room. So not only does he call the offense, but he's the special teams coordinator for you. How's it been playing for Coach Nesbitt?
Oh, I mean, I couldn't even fathom how grateful I am that he is my coach. He's been there with me step of the way all throughout since my freshman year, even throughout my whole journey from whenever I left and I came back. He's always had my support. It's just great that he is a special teams coordinator and he kind of understands our struggle at times and how everything is. And he just sees it through our lens as well. And he doesn't stress us out, but he does see us as a football player. He doesn't see us as a specialist. So it's nice also seeing that he wants us to succeed as a football player and not just as a kicker or a punter.
Landon Reeves, place kicker, winner of the prestigious Fred Mitchell Outstanding Place Kicker of the Year and Special Teams Player of the Year for the Ottawa University Spirit, OUAZ, here in Surprise, Arizona. Landon, congratulations. Good luck. You know, when I talked to Coach Nesbitt yesterday, he said you had an option to return next year, so I think he was asking me to put in a good word for him that you'd come back.
I can't say if I am or not, but
okay. All right.
It is a great word to hear that he does want me to come back.
Yeah, well, he did. He said that. I don't think he wanted to tell you directly, but he told me that. So anyway, for what it's worth. But anyway, Landon, thanks again for joining us. Congrats. Have a great holiday season, and we'll see what the future holds for you.
Thank you so much, and y'all take care.
All right. So, guys, we're coming up on the end of the program. We have a couple of more tributes here from our amazing broadcast team, starting with Jason Goldie. Take it away, Aaron. I'd like
hey
to
everyone,
come back
this
and
is
talk
Jason
about
Goldie
Jason
from the Varsity Sports Show, and here's my wrap-up for the semester. I had so much fun this season. First, I got to do play-by-play, color commentary, and camera work for the Corona del Sol Aztecs football team all season long. Special thanks to the Dream Team, Paul, Bailey, Aaron, Chris, and everyone else who made that an amazing experience. I also did play-by-play for the Open Quarterfinals Classic between Basha and ALA Queen Creek. I even had a cameo on a documentary about that game. Don't forget girls flag football, HJCAC, and the swimming championships. I took my previous experience creating video segments and put together some cool halftime programming this semester. And I had never done podcasting or radio before, but I co-hosted the Varsity Sports Show 3 times. I've always been interested in TV broadcasting, but now I could totally see myself doing radio as well. I can't thank Vince enough for believing in me and encouraging me to step outside of my comfort zone. You haven't heard the last from me though, because I'm coming back next semester for more shenanigans, and you can find me on Twitter at JasonGoldie5. Go Varsity!
More shenanigans from Jason. So Jason was a very welcome addition to our program, and his mother Carol Goldie. Jason and his mom were very public about the fact that Jason came to us with some very special talents. Jason is on the autism spectrum, and I would tease him because he has a memory like an elephant. I told him that. But Jason, who did a lot of play-by-play for us, and it allowed me to really learn more about his special abilities. And he's just a very talented young man, and he's going to go far. And he's coming back in the spring, so looking forward to having Jason back with us, and a very talented young man. Take it away, Aaron.
I'm Shay Garrett with the Varsity Sports Show. This semester, I've had the privilege of working broadcast for Saguaro and Mountain View football, volleyball for a few schools, and swim championships. Although I have got to have hands-on learning experiences, that wasn't my favorite part of this internship. I have made several connections during the semester and grown my professional circle. I wanted to take this opportunity to send a thank you to several interns and varsity staff. Bailey Leisure was a phenomenal tech director and a friendly face I saw each Saturday at JUCO football. He was patient, supportive, and an overall awesome person to learn from, so thank you to him. Ryan Sakura taught me everything I know about live broadcast, and I can't wait to see him on ESPN someday because I know he's going to go far, so thank you, Ryan. Jason Goldie taught me the importance of creativity and how to bring something new to the table every single week. And a special shout out to his mom, Carol, for being our team mom, especially every Saturday when it was super hot out. Last but not least, I want to thank Vince for providing me with this opportunity to learn and grow as a broadcaster. I could go on and on about the amazing people I've met, but I simply don't have the airtime. I'll finish this out with what you can expect from me in the future. I hope to gain experience next semester in running social media for a sports team through the Cronkite Sports Bureau and expect to graduate in the spring. If you want to stay updated on my journalism journey, follow my Sports with Shay on Instagram, TikTok, and X, or Twitter, whatever you would like to call it. With the Varsity Sports Show, I'm Shay Garrett.
What's going on, everyone? Ryan Sakura for the Varsity Sports Show for the final time here in 2023. I've been so grateful to the entirety of the VSS team for the opportunity this fall to do what I love. This semester, I was fortunate to work alongside so many talented young journalists that all have exceptionally bright futures in the industry. I worked alongside Saguaro High School, which was my home this football season. Thank you. For Saguaro AD Matt Harris, Cats head ball coach Zach Hill, as well as Cole Topham and, of course, Vince DeLisio. Thank you for the opportunity and the information to make Saguaro a treat to work for. I've grown exponentially thanks to those people and so many more, including the consistent viewers of this very radio show and the Media Foundation in general. We students couldn't grow without the parents, coaches, and everyone else that's tuning in every week to listen, watch, and speak to us. I'll be continuing at the Cronkite School in 2024, scheduled to graduate in 2025. I'll be working within the Cronkite Sports Bureau and working hard to continue to provide content to State 48. I'll also join in with Phoenix Rising in this upcoming year. So for one last time, on this Saturday morning in Phoenix, signing off, Ryan Sikora on KDUS AM 1060. You guys can catch me around.
I feel like Ryan is my son. You know, he started with us when he was a senior in high school running camera 3-4 years ago before we even had an internship because he wanted to cut his teeth in broadcasting, and he's come up through the ranks, and he is arguably the top broadcaster at Cronkite and does a lot with Blaze Radio. He's very, very good. I'm very proud of you, Ryan, and thank you so much for working with us this year and in your guidance to all of our younger interns. Thank you to our incredible fall team, our guests, Lucas Ramirez, Andy Johnson, all of the NAIA panel. Be sure and check us out on social media. Guys, thanks so much. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Go Varsity. I'm Vince DeLisio, out.
Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show, where our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating an unmatched platform to showcase talent both in front of and behind the microphone in radio, television, podcast, and live streaming. The Varsity Sports Show, still your home for youth, high school, college, and you in Arizona and beyond.